Hello everyone, this is my road bike. As you know from my previous videos, I've been building and modifying this bike on my own from the parts purchased from online and offline markets. At the moment, I'm living in Turkey because my wife is a Turkish and I'm trying hard to find a proper job here. That is why I can't purchase branded bikes as my budget is pretty tight. First of all, this time, I've swapped my alloy fork into a carbon one purchased from Aliexpress again for about less than $40. Of course, there's glossy clear black option as well, but I bought this white one because I do not want my bike to be too much blackish. I've also done this red stripes job to add some style into it. The sticker is quite flexible and long lasting, so it makes it look like it's painted from the factory. Additionally, I've also bought bike logo stickers from eBay and applied this fake S-Works sticker too. Haha. It's been a few days since I've installed this fork and it rides over bumpy roads better and goes faster as the fork blades are sharper and narrower. Can you see over here? However, I don't see any improvements on climbing despite overall weight has been reduced by more than 200 grams. Anyhow, it's quite a good investment, but still I'm skeptical of this Chinese unbranded durability. This is my first ever carbon part installation on my bike, and I'd like to share some tips on how I installed it. First, I had to clear coat the uneven scratched sections with transparent ladies nail color because my steer tube had excessive sanding from the factory and some areas were abraded with carbon texture coming off. The seller wasn't so responsible, so luckily I found out that it wasn't a crack, and clear coat does protect the surface. Second, I cut off unwanted steer tube section with a pipe saw. Okay. There are many videos suggesting not to use normal pipe saws, but I tried it on the unwanted section and it worked fine. I used a 1 cm spacer as a guideline and sawed it smoothly by rotating it. I wrapped the fork and the desired tube section with packaging foam wraps in order not to crack or scratch it. Third, I reinstalled brake caliper and added another washer on the toothed washer in order not to scratch carbon surface. Can you see here? There's this extra washer. Okay, many people will suggest you to get a torque wrench, but I use my electric drill because it has torque settings too. I tightened the caliper bolt at 4.5 Newton meters over here. Fourth, I fit the wheel and the steerer through the headset. I applied grease on the bearing contact points, except where stem is touching the steerer. Next, I adjusted the expander plug tight enough to be placed by hand and tightened the upper bolt at 8 Newton meters. My expander plug and the top cap sticks out from the steerer about 4 millimeters, and it is best to leave some space when sewing the steerer. Fifth, I added spacers and the stem and tightened the top cap enough for steerer that there wouldn't be any play front and back. After adjusting the handlebar alignment, I tightened the stem boards at 5.5 Newton meters, making sure there is no play left to right. Finally, I tightened the top cap at 6.5 Newton meters and attached a brake cable and readjusted the brake pads due to a difference in fork height. Over here, I've also replaced my saddle into a Btwin model through local online market because the previous saddle was scratched after a crash and its left and right both sections were unbalanced. I need to readjust my saddle height, but that will be done after my cleat shoes arrive after a few weeks. So please stay tuned for the next update. So I guess that's about it for now, and please leave your comments and questions below, and I'll be gladly be available to answer them. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Goodbye.